Hello there! Congratulations! You're about to install your tushy and have the happiest booty ever. And if you're like, what do I do? Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm gonna walk you through every step of the installation. The first thing you need to do is to check what kind of toilet you have. This is the standard two-piece toilet where you can see the steel flexible hose water connection.
This is the most common type of toilet and works great with the tushy. You'll have an easy peasy install.
This toilet is a skirted toilet that hides the tank's external water connections. If you can access the water connections, great. This will be an easy install. If not, check out our installation video for a skirted toilet. This is a flushometer toilet, and you'll usually find it in a commercial building, but some residential buildings have them as well. At first, you may think tushy won't fit, but we have a hack to connect the tushy to the sink's water supply. Make sure your sink is less than 15 feet away from your toilet, and if you do have this type of toilet, go check out our installation video on flushometer toilets for your install. This type of toilet is the French curve. Unfortunately, some are incompatible with the tushy. To double check, I'd email
fit@hellotushy.com.
And if it's not compatible, we suggest using the tushy in a different bathroom or gifting it. Now let's quickly go over the contents of your Tushy Classic box and a few other items that you may need. You've got your Tushy Classic, got your steel flexible hose, mega adapter, and a few other items that you may need are towel to wipe up any water mess, and a towel for your knees and booty, and a screwdriver, and you may even need a wrench. Now it's time to turn off the water supply to your toilet. Do not skip this step, because if you do and you start detaching plumbing, you're gonna get water everywhere and you will flood your bathroom. So to turn off the water, you just look behind your toilet and you find the water connection to the wall. And usually there is a knob that turns the water on and off. And make sure when you're turning to only do quarter turns at a time and to turn consciously, because your pipes may have mineral buildup or even rust on them. And if you don't have a knob, you can use pliers to turn off the water. And if you do see something strange, definitely call a plumber or email us a photo at install@hellotushy.com. All right, let's turn it off. And on this one, I just do a quarter turn and the water is actually off. And when you turn it off, you'll hear a distinct sound of the water shutting off. Now, to empty your tank, give your toilet a flush and hold down the flusher until you hear the water stop flowing. You can also do a double check by looking inside your toilet. When you see that the water is low or that it stopped flowing, you're ready to go. Now let's take off your toilet seat. So there's several types of toilet seat mounts, and if yours doesn't look like this, definitely go check out our quick release toilet seat video and our metal mounts toilet seat video. Traditional toilet seat mounts either have a plastic screw or a metal screw. For this step, you'll want to use the widest possible screwdriver, and when you're unscrewing, make sure not to strip the plastic, so be careful. And if your screw does have a Phillips head, you can definitely use that type of screwdriver as well. Now, to actually undo your toilet seat mount, you'll want to use both of your hands. So underneath the screw, actually under the toilet, there is a nut that's holding the screw in place. So you want to take one of your hands, put it underneath the toilet, and using your screwdriver, unscrew it from the top. If you have a skirted toilet, go ahead and remove your toilet seat and make sure to follow the skirted toilet installation for the rest of your install. All right, let's do it.
Flip up your caps. Some toilet seat caps may flip from the front or the back, and if it's stuck, just use a flathead screwdriver or a butter knife to pry it open.
And make sure you put these items where you can find them. And this is a great time to clean your toilet. Now it's time to set up your water connection on your toilet. Grab your brass mega adapter.
You may have the plastic mega adapter, and those are great too.
And the part with the larger piece is facing upwards. And you can see that there's 3 holes. The hole on the side connects to your tushy, the hole on the bottom connects to your steel flexible hose, and the part on the top connects to your tank. So next, you want to unscrew the connection to your tank with your fingers. And there might be some leftover water in there, so you can just clean it up with your towel. Next, grab your mega adapter and screw it onto the hose. With all of these steps, make sure to only use your fingers to tighten because you can over tighten and that will damage your plumbing. All right, that's done. And now you're gonna connect this part to your tank. And this is where you wanna make sure that the part that is connecting to the tushy is facing forward. So make sure it's straight and start connecting to the tank. And remember, use your fingers.
Then use a wrench if you need, but use caution.
Because you can over tighten. All right, now grab your steel flexible hose that came in your tushy kit.
Make sure it's not misthreaded. If your steel hose connection only turns once or twice, then that means you've misthreaded it. So back up and screw it on really straight.
And screw this baby on. And you're done. If you do have a skirted toilet and don't have access to your water supply, please check out the skirted toilet installation video and we'll show you how to use a 3/8 adapter. Now it's time to connect your water to your tushy. So grab your tushy, flip it over, and you will see the water connection. Grab your steel flexible hose and connect it and screw it on with your fingers because finger tight is right.
Hey, it's me, Frozen Carrie again. Make sure the connections are not misthreaded and are screwed on straight. If not, you'll likely have leaks. And stop screwing once you feel that it's tight and make sure not to over tighten.
Voila! Woohoo! It's time to put your tushy on the toilet. Set up your adjustable flanges and align with the holes on your toilet bowl. Then grab your toilet seat and set it on top of the toilet. Grab your screws and insert it into the holes that has the best alignment for the toilet seat over the bowl. Then grab the nuts and hold them under the screw under the bowl and make sure the tushy is centered and the toilet seat is tight. Screw on and tighten with the screwdriver to tighten the rest. You may see that your screws are too short, and in that case, check out the video on needing longer screws.
You can get them on our spare parts page, Amazon, or a local hardware store.
Always check that your nozzle is not pressed against the bowl and it's lined up in the center of the toilet. If you have a quick release seat or a skirted toilet with top mount, you can also check out those videos. It's time to check for leaks, and this is the moment of truth where you turn your water on. I'm gonna go back to the knob, turn it the other way, and when you turn it on, you should hear the water roar back into the toilet. And after a few seconds, put your hands on the connections, and if you don't have any water or no leaks, wonderful news, you're ready to go. And if you do have leaks, make sure to check the tightness of your connections and that your connections are not misthreaded and that they're on straight. If you have any questions at all, again, please email install@hellotushy.com.